Hello and good evening, our beloved viewers. You're watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. The closing ceremony of the 25th edition of regional competition for memorization and reciting the Holy Quran. And on the international scene, Earth strike continuing Gaza reduce its start. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom at the People's Palace. We're hosted the closing ceremony of the 25 regional Quran memorization and reciting, but also Tajweed competition. The president is awards on Wednesday morning. The ceremony was held under the patronage of the Minister of Islamic Affairs and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Bure, and was attended by the Minister of Trade and Tourism, Mr. Mohammed Warsamadiriye, a number of deputy ambassadors, representative of diplomat corps, and the host imam, and the pictures the competition, which is held annually during the holy month of Ramadan by the Minister of Islamic Affairs and Endowment, expressed by the Islamic Affairs a representative by the Islamic Affairs Department spent 3 days and witnessed the competition between a group of Quran memorizer from Djibouti, the Horn of Africa, and East Africa. Contestants competed in the three levels of competition, memorizing the entire Quran memorization, 20 part, and memorizing 10 part. The head of jury, Sheikh Mohammed Ahmed Absiye, delivered a speech at the ceremony, emphasizing the great importance of this Quranic competition, which has been sponsored by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, since 1999, and under the constant supervision and follow-up of the Minister of Islamic Affairs and Endowment. He also reviewed the various levels of this Quranic event, which annually brings together a group of memorizers of Holy Quran from countries of the Horn of Africa and East Africa, praising the high performance of the contestant. At the beginning of the event, the audience listened to wonderful recitation from some of the contestants who the audience with their melodious voice as well as their great masteries of memorization and reciting the Holy Quran.
ومنهم مقتصد ومنهم سابق بالخيرات بإذن الله ذلك هو الفضل الكبير
إن هذا القرآن يهدي للتي هي أقوم ويبشر المؤمنين الذين يعملون الصالحات أن لهم أجرا كبيرا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله ولتنظر نفس ما قدمت لغد واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا الله ذكرا كثيرا وسبحوه بكرة وأصيلا.
The Minister of Muslims Affairs and Endowment, Mr. Mumin Hassan Bure, deliver a speech at the event, welcoming the attendee and expressing his pride in the excellence and creativity achieved in this session. In this context, the minister pointed out that the quarter century since the founding of this competition is a testimony to a great achievement, and thanks to the successful vision of the wise leader, the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili. May God preserve and protect him, who has devoted special attention to the Holy Quran and its people. Finally, the ceremony concluded with the honoring of the top winners in the 3 levels of the 25th edition of the competition. Prizes were distributed to the contestants who excel in memorizing and reciting the Holy Quran. In this context, Abdullah Shukri Tahir from the Republic of Yemen won the first place in the first level, memorizing the entire Quran. Hosh Rabli Jadid from the Republic of Djibouti won the first place in the second level of 20 juz, and Zaid Abdel Fattah from the Republic of Kenya, who won the first place in the 30 levels of 13 juz. It is worth noting that the competition, which aimed to promote Quranic culture in the region, saw the competitors from Somalia, Ethiopia, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania, Comoros, and Yemen, as well as the hosted country in Djibouti. On the occasion of the Holy Month of Ramadan, the Chief of General Staff of the Army Forces, Lieutenant General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, instructed the Army Forces to conduct an inspection visit to all battalions and units stationed in the interior region. A delegation from General Staff of the Army Forces, headed by Director General of the International Relations, Colonel Ibrahim Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, visit several army barracks, including the Amia camp in Dakhil, Holhol, and Al. And the main objective of this visit was to learn about the security situation in these areas, as well as the living and working condition of personnel serving in these units. During this visit, the delegation had an opportunity to interact with the military personnel on duty and better understand the daily challenges they face in performing their duties. This visit also provides an opportunity to share moments of brotherhood in perfect harmony with the spirit of the Holy Month of Ramadan. This was an opportunity to take a pleasant break from the rigors of daily military life while strengthening the bonds of solidarity and brotherhood between the men and women of Djiboutian Army Forces. The visit concluded at each location with a shared breakfast where the delegation and soldiers on duty share in their time. As part of the International Francophonie Week, the conference hall of Sydney Hill Hotel hosted the launch of an initiative titled Promoting the French Language and Promoting Mathematics. This event was organized by the Action for the Support of ARTA Association in partnership with the International Organization of La Francophonie in Djibouti. The event was attended by the Prefect of Arta Region Hassan Dabale, the President of the Regional Council of Arta Al Mibuh, and the President of the Action for Support and Arta Association, Mr. Ali Mohammed. During this launch event titled Promoting the French Language and Promoting the French language, the agenda include a football match between students from the 2 high schools of the region, a spelling bee competition, and play poems about the language, the units, despite the cultural diversity of Djibouti. During the day, several distinguished guests took the stage to thank this young association for its ability to carry out all the rich and beneficial activities in such a short period of time. Finally, the ceremony concluded with a presentation of the gifts and trophies of the winners and traditional photos. For his part, the president of the Regional Council of Arta region, Mr. Elmi Bouh, delivered a speech in which he thanked the association for its ability to carry out all its reaching these beneficial activities in such an event. Under the auspice of the Minister of Youth and Culture, the 12th edition of Festival Religious Poem and Praise officially the quick call for yesterday evening, Tuesday, at the Salin Theatre. This year, an important new feature has been introduced. The preliminary stage will be held in the capital and interior region, allowing for a broader selection of local talent. In the capital, 27 groups competed, and the final stage of the competition will be held tomorrow evening. The capital and each region will be represented by the pre-selected groups, which will present a variety of prophetic and poems. It is worth noting that Rasaid Festival aims to celebrate and promote religious and cultural heritages, bring generation together around our rich tradition.
السلام عليك يا حبيب الله السلام عليك يا حوض القاسم أفعن كل السمو ودوك حاشد هاتف وابوك
حلقي ولا القوة لسان على معانا قطهي ضايق حنين
قلبي حبي صدري صليقة قدر قادر وين كربوتك وقبحايو افتمودا ربنا اشرح صدورنا ربنا اشرح صدورنا ربنا ويسر امورنا ربنا ويسر امورنا الموت قبرتي صليقة قمها كما مر بك
As part of the fourth edition of the Ramadan Tournament Championship, organized by the Ministry of Youth and Culture in the Merjuk Sub-Prefecture, and organized the final of various recreational sports, culminating a month of intense competition and friendship. Since the beginning of the holy month of Ramadan, more than 48 football teams have competed at the Merjuk Multi-Sport Stadium, which has become a trust gathering place for footballs. In addition to football, other competitions include pancake, board games, and traditional games held in the afternoon, creating a festive and friendly atmosphere. The following these exciting matches, an award ceremony was held to honor the winning team. In a festive and supportive atmosphere, a friendly match was held yesterday afternoon between artists during the holy months of Ramadan under the auspice of the State Secretariat for Sport. This sporting event brought together several musical, artistic, and iconic figures from Djiboutian culture around the games of football. From the first minutes of match, the enthusiasm was palpable. The audience and participants enjoyed the rhythm of a fraternal match between the sport artists, giving it a festive dimension and a spirit of participation that reflect the values of promoting by the month of Ramadan. The event was also attended by several official figures who came to show their support for its wonderful initiative, including the Secretary General of the State Secretariat for Sport, Ms. Khadija Ibrahim, as well as many local figures. Following the important information, the gendarmeries in Kilo 12, PK12 arrested individuals involved in the sale of expired flour to merchants in the municipality of Balbala, recognized the seriousness of the situation and the health risk it poses. The National Gendarmerie immediately began a thorough investigation. This effort led to the arrest of a seller who confessed this trade. Subsequently, the investigation identified a warehouse containing a large quantity of 1,000 bags of expired flour, each 50 kilogram ready for sale in the market. Police were able to seize the expired product before the reach and marked. After reviewing the fact, a member of Drug Enforcement Administration responded to the scene and determined that the merchandise was unified to the human consumption. The owner was subsequently arrested and placed under custody. And now moving on to the international scene. The UN spokesperson Stefan delivered a statement on Monday on behalf of Secretary General Antonio Guterres, in which he said he had made the difficult decision to reduce the organization's presence in Gaza in light of growing humanitarian need and growing concern about the protection of civilians. The statement noted that Israel launched a devastating airstrike on Gaza last week, killing hundreds of civilians, including UN staff, while the entry of humanitarian aid into the Strip has continued since the beginning of the month of March. I also emphasize that this reduction does not mean the United Nations will leave Gaza, as the organization will remain committed to providing the humanitarian assistance upon which civilians depend for their survival and protection. The Israeli government had decided on March 2 to prevent the entry of humanitarian aid to Gaza, the longest such suspension since October 7, 2023, amid ongoing Israeli military activities in Strip. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful evening.